Hey y'all, alright, it is going to be a wrap up for the weekend. Um, all that happened last week, I didn't get a lot of cross stitching done, but I did work on some crochet. I'm going to revamp a project, um, you know, a little bit of this and that. Okay, let me show you what I did stitch on. Was my lavender lace angel of grace. She is looking so good. She has a completed head up here. She has a fully completed head. And I don't know what this is. It's part of her dress or something. I don't know. But this stitch is really good. I really enjoy it. It's not confetti heavy like Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's not super blocky of colors. Just like the mix, and it's beautiful. I love the back and forth. There are big chunks of color, but it's other things. You know what I'm saying? There's layers. I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to describe, but it's perfect amount of this and this. There's a happy medium, and it fits right there in that niche. So I did work on that. I worked a little bit on a shawl, that blue and blue shawl. Now I did print out a dishcloth pattern that is free. It is free. I'm gonna, as I teach myself to knit, excuse me one second. Because I've learned to knit, and I've learned to do this washcloths back and forth at a diagonal. It's called Grandma's Favorite Washcloth. Well, I saw this one, and I was like, I really want to learn to do this one. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's got a Texas in the middle. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's just knit and pearls. And I'm like, if I can already do knit, pearls, increase and decrease on the other ones, this should be no problem. And they worded it out like my favorite patterns in corner to corner. They just are like, let me read this part of it, okay? Rows 1, K3, K36, K3. What they're saying is, I don't understand why. Oh. Okay, so rows 1 and 3 and 2 and 4 are just 4 rows of garter ridge. So basically you're just doing 4 rows of knit. And then row 5 goes to knit 3, knit 10, purl 2, knit 24, knit 3. So like the dishcloth, there's going to be a knitted border that goes on it as you go. So yeah, I'm trying to learn knitting as best as I can so that I can make these dishcloths. Maybe this will show up better. They also have a chart for those that like to do charts. Again, this is free, so don't go titling that I'm showing off a pattern. It's free. I personally don't have patience, or I don't feel like I get the correct numbers when I try to count it. Even if I'm in a totally quiet, concentrated environment, it just doesn't work like that for me. Carolyn Watts is the designer, Watts. And she has a cool story of how this came about. So if you want to pause and read that, or you can look it up on Ravelry. That's where I find it. She has a lot of pattern, not a lot, but she has quite a bit. So maybe I will teach myself this pattern soon. I don't know. I just know I don't want to force a lot of stuff on me. Does that make sense? And then the pearl in a pond blanket I'm doing. I've got these going. And like I said, they ask for, they want you to do partially colored blocks and partial solid blocks. Now, because I don't know what this color is, I want to say it's Red Heart because it makes that cut in my finger. But I don't know that for sure. I kind of think I want to do the solids and something else. They say, let me pull this. They say the outside edge is done in, I'm going to do it in this color because they call for something else. It's called fawn, I think. And then you join them together with this color. But all squares get one final edge. And I'm like, do I want to do the solids with this? Or do I want to do with solids a total different color? I don't know. But the edges and the border, final row border is going to be the Karen 1 pound. I do kind of worry that it's going to go a mess because I'm using worsted weight yarn. 4 weight. Everybody's normal. But anybody that knows about using Karen 1 pound, their yarn is borderline 5, at number 5 weight because it's so thick. We'll see how that goes. But I'm not in a hurry to do this one, even though I want to get it gifted to her. I'm not going to rush it. I on days like this where I just want to crochet, this is what I'm going to work on. But here's the off-white looking stuff. I really think this is a Red Heart. I want to say it's off-white. It may be antique white. I don't know. I just know that it does do that whole cut my finger thing. And the only kind that I know that cuts my finger like that is Red Heart. Red Heart is famous for cutting my fingers. Like I said, if I didn't know any better, I would say there is fiberglass up in that stuff. But I know they can't have fiberglass because obviously it's a yarn. So I don't know. And I need to kind of figure out what this green is. I want to say it's a sage color, but I may be wrong because this is so soft. So just from the feel alone makes me want to say Hobby Lobby yarn. I don't know. I just don't know. So anyway, okay, and the other thing I want to address is, y'all, I have this pattern. Remember I was going to work on this? It's a crochet cardigan, but mine's going to be long, and it gives you all the sizes you could ever need or want right here. And because they're using a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook, you know I ain't about to do that with worsted weight yarn. That would make it so tight and wouldn't have any drape to it. I know it's going to be bigger. So I probably am, I think I'm using the 2 to 3X pattern because the biggest as they go is a 4 or 5X, and to fit your bust at the biggest size is 56 to 62. I'm pushing that just a little bit. Finished bust is 64 3/4. But I think with me going to like a 6 millimeter, 7 millimeter hook, I think I'm gonna be okay with the 2 and 3X pattern. Okay, so, but here's the squares I was working on for doing this. I'm gonna scrap this. I'm not scrapping the project, I'm scrapping these squares. The reason being is, if I'm going to put the amount of time that I'm going to put into this, I want it to be something I will wear. And I really thought that would be a great idea, is to do it like country colors. But I don't want to look grandma-ish. You know what I'm saying? I want to be kind of out there like I am. Just kind of be willy-nilly. So my thoughts, and I have to go look around the webby and find out. But I know for sure I want a black, and then with neon colors. I know Hirschner's has a pack of neon lights. It's called Neon Lights, but it comes with a variegated. I don't want a variegated. I mean, it probably would save me some hassle, because you're really not going to be in it for looking at the stitches. You know, Neon Lights could work, because it's got the variegated, it has the solids, and then it has the black. But I think I really want to go with the highlighter yellow, safety green, neon orange, and neon pink. I want it to be a wow statement piece. You know what I'm saying? I'm not exactly sure I have wrapped up in my head. And it sucks because I wish some of y'all could take what's up in here and put it on paper for me. Because I have some really great stuff up here, but I never can get it down to what I need it to. So I'm going to go looking. And I'm not even sure I want the bulkiness of a worsted weight yarn. But I don't want really thin thread. I don't know. Because I just happened to watch Michelle. She's like really young, but loves the 70s vibes and the colors. She just got herself her own camper. She's living on her mom and dad's property. Anyway, she was talking about this today. And I already had decided that I want to scrap it for the neon last night. But then I was watching the video and I realized, you know what? She's got a good point. I want something that's more drapey than worsted weight. But I don't want anything too small. I don't want to do micro crochet anything. So I don't know. I don't know what my solution is. But I'm going to kind of run around the web, see what I can figure out. And maybe, just maybe, something will jump out at me. You know, I love bamboo cotton. It's gorgeous yarn. It works very well. It's very flowy, drapey. It's wonderful yarn. Wonderful yarn. But first of all, it is expensive. Like, really expensive. And I'm not asking y'all to buy that, because I really would hurt my heart if y'all went and got that stuff for me, because it's expensive. But the main big thing is the color selection is limited. So I don't know. But remember, I got that yarn, and it was it's called Cupcake. Yeah, remember I got that yarn, and it was called Cupcake, and it was slow changing. You remember that, guys? Or am I thinking wrong? Anyway, I want something maybe like that. A slow changing, where I can get all my colors in one cake and divide up the colors by the black. You know what I'm saying? And I did see some people posting, Big Twist has cakes that are neon colors and black. And I think you can get them from Joann. I really don't know. I need to go search the web. I wanted to work, and I have been working on my crop quilt, an actual quilt, but my sewing machine, I don't know what's wrong with her. She'll sew for several rows just fine, and then all of a sudden the top thread will start breaking, or the bottom bobbin will just willy-nilly. I don't know what is going on with her, so I'm gonna probably have to get her looked at, because I don't know. So anyway, yeah. So I was hoping to work on that cross quilt this week, but that's not looking like it's gonna happen. Trying to show you my notes. I can't remember. I don't know. But anyway, so that is that. And yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm so sorry it's a long video, but that's what's happened this week. And yeah, I hope y'all have a great weekend. Hot stuff is off tomorrow, so we're just gonna lay in the air conditioning and chill. And y'all are traveling, be safe out there. I want you to come home in one piece. Take care, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching.